Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, and once again I have with me here the Kia Sonet, this time in this SX top of the line trim. I have done content already with this SX during the launch of this Sonet itself couple months ago, and having driven the middle trim version of this during the media drive, my impressions will be mostly the same, but bear with me. Although I can say with this Kia Sonet, having driven this for almost a week now, this could be one of the best subcompact SUVs you can buy today, bar none. And with this Kia Sonet, well, everything throughout the lineup is mostly the same, apart of course from the EX and this top of the line trim, because you get a gloss black grille rather than the matte of the LX trims, and you get the goodies of LED lights all around. And this is Kia's Star Map signature design, and it looks really cool. And from afar, my opinion only, this looks more premium than usual, and I love the striking and very aggressive design that Kia are giving us today. You get a ground clearance of 205mm, which is the tallest in this class, and on the side profile it's your usual subcompact SUV. 16-inch alloy wheels, which is the same throughout the lineup. Remember, the LX gets steel wheels, but the covers are exactly the same design, which I like. And for once, the cladding is not too much, not too little, it is just right. And of course, suddenly during the downpour today, it does serve a purpose of protecting the paint. Powering this Kia Sonet, well, it is exactly the same throughout the lineup. This is a 1.5 liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine that produces 115 horsepower and 144 Newton meters of torque, mated to an IVT transmission slash CVT. This Kia's way of saying of this is the continuously variable transmission, but it says intelligent. Anyways, now what I've praised with this Sonet a lot, of course during the media drive, is what happens if you put a big engine in a small car. Yes, this is one of the peppiest small SUVs that you can buy as well. And exclusive for this top of the line team, you get a blacked out roof as well too with roof rails, but I'm not sure if this function. Maybe we'll find out in the future. And now here at the rear, I love the design as well. You get a full functioning LED light bar with repeaters and a lot of plastic here and there, with good reason, as I demoed in the Kia Seltos SX review. Check that out on my channel. And the boot space here is not the biggest, however, it is really good enough. So you have a total space here of 385 liters, which means you can go camping here with ease. And the load lip, I'll just put my hand here, the load lip is kind of higher than usual, but at least having hold a lot of stuff earlier this week, it won't fly around forwards or backwards or side to side. And you get one halogen light here on your left side only, and there's a place here for your tonneau cover, but sadly it's not equipped with this Sonet. But of course the aftermarket will be there for you, and once you fold all of the seats down, now it increases to around 700 liters. Now here in the interior of this Kia Sonet SX top of the line trim, here in the door card, yeah, there's a lot of plastics here and there, but it makes up for it. You get your tan leather for your elbows and conventional window switches. And the interior itself, starter up. Remember, this has a start-stop button. Yes, this has all of the goodies you'll ever need. You get an array of two 10.25 screens, one for your digital instrument cluster, and of course in the middle displays all of your important functions. And what I like, it will change if you shift the gear shift to S, which means sport mode. More on that later. And the other being for your infotainment system, equipped with wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto. Very good on that. Very few crossovers in this class that have these amenities for your phone connectivity. And another hilarious feature, like before, you get your sounds of nature. I would say La Union or LU simulator. And yeah, the system is pretty okay. Of course, it won't be as crisp, being honest only, with the Seltos, but it still does the job, which I like. And you get touch-sensitive functions here as well, but I've barely used that since you can operate them here on the steering wheel itself. And speaking of the steering, now, exclusive for the top of the line trim, this is all leather now instead of the polyurethane. What the heck is wrong with this weather? It's sunny and then there's rain at the same time. Anyway, you get your adaptive cruise control functions on the left side and phone connectivity and radio functions on the right side. Yes, for this price point, this has an adaptive driver assistance system suite, which is very cool. And further down the infotainment system, you get 2 air conditioning vents and physical buttons and knobs for your climate control. It's only a single zone, but hey, it's not the manual type that you get in the lower trims like in the EX. Blank buttons here, but you have one function for your reverse camera. Further down, you get a wireless charging pad and an extra cubby space, 12-volt socket, USB-C port, and a Type-A USB port, which I found really handy with this. And gear shift itself, pretty conventional. I love the mechanical feel. I'll be honest, this shifter feels a little bit more, way better than that of the Seltos itself. And glove box, okay, pretty decent in size. And the quality, I don't mind it. It's this being plastic for this price point. I'm not gonna be too hard on this. And exclusive again for this top of the line team, you get the goodies of a two-tone scheme for the leather seat. It's tan and black with tan stitching all around too, and very comfortable to sit in. Now, with my experience with all of these Sonet variants, whatever, it's either leather seats or cloth seats, everything is comfortable throughout. And another goodie for this SX top of the line team, above here, you get halogen lights and a sunglasses holder. Not even the Seltos had this. And you get a very small sunroof, which is very lovely for a small car like this. And visor, you get a vanity mirror, only since you have the lights here anyways. And remember, these don't extend. Anyways. Here on the left side of the dashboard too, you get your electronic stability control, which is again only available with this top of the line trim, downhill brake control, and headlight leveler adjustment. I like this downhill brake control because it's kind of like a hill descent control, but the brakes will be on, of course, to assist you when you're going down ramps or the steepest of hills. And another big nitpick of mine with the Kia Seltos, unlike this one, it can fit my tumbler. In one of the cup holders itself, there's as well for placement for your key, and I miss that so much. A manual handbrake, how about that? Turn your first, and as well they fit here on the door card itself. Yes, it's a tight squeeze, but hey, it fits. You don't have to put it here on the floor anymore. Now I'm understanding why people are buying this Kia Sonet rather than the Kia Seltos itself. You know, that's a more exciting car-ish to drive because of the turbo engine. But this Kia Sonet has a lot of tricks up its sleeve. The back seats of the Kia Sonet, here in the door card, pretty much the same like the ones in front, and they can still fit my tumbler, which is amazing. And space here in the back is actually really good too. This is my driving position, and I have big friends who were able to sit behind me during my time with this vehicle. And look at that, that's really good. And there's a nice hump here in the ceiling itself, so taller people like even 6-footers will be safe here at the rear. And more stuff here, being the top of the line, you get 2 map pockets on either side. And throughout the Sonet lineup, you get 2 air conditioning vents, a cubby space, and 2 USB-C ports down below, which I am a big fan of, since you all know me, I may be getting the LX manual for obvious reasons. However, I am very happy to spend a little bit more extra with this Sonet top of the line model. Another reason why, you get a central armrest with 2 cup holders itself. And the seats here is pretty much the same like the ones in front. It's a two-tone scheme, tan and black. And if I sit here in the middle, it's a little bit stiffer, of course, to sit here in the back because of the central armrest. It's still not so bad. Transmission tunnel, it's kind of tall, but it's wide enough. So put your feet wherever you want. As I've said in my numerous contents I've done with this Kia Sonet, this is one of the most feature-packed and most enjoyable SUVs you can buy. This car has got everything I need, or you need. The steering feel may be light, but there's just enough heft to it. And once you go driving on the twisties, as I've demoed during my media drive, all the way up to Tagaytay, this is a very fun to drive subcompact SUV. The suspension may be a little bit firm, but the dampers are really good. It settles down quite quickly over bumps and uneven surfaces, like here over hump. Look at that. That's so smooth for such a small vehicle. And we've driven this for what? Almost 500 kilometers now. It's one of the smoother riding subcompact SUVs. And the trade-off is that in corners, if you push it a bit, then you corner like that, there's barely a hint of body lean. So imagine if you do an additional 10 or 30 millimeter drop. I wonder how that will perform. The IVT is very responsive. There sometimes I get caught off guard once you floor this thing as such. Whoa. Right, this Kia Sonet is one of the best driving SUVs you can buy out there. It's such a good vehicle. Kia, I think I may have accidentally made a sleeper car, like with the rest of their lineup. Now, spending as well a longer time with this Kia Sonet, what I have not praised before is the NVH of this vehicle. Like, I'm just running 30 to 40 kilometers per hour, even up to the national speed limit. It's a very quiet cabin. It's even better than the Kia Seltos, ironically, even though this is a cheaper and a smaller car. And look, heavy raindrops, loud motorcycles passing by, and a smooth surface. We'll just pick up the pace a bit. And with the CVT engine, which tend to scream a lot, but not with this Kia Sonet. This is very quiet, and I like the suppression of this cabin. What I have not tested as well throughout the media drive is the speaker system, of course, for copyright reasons. And what I like too, throughout the entire lineup, even up to the base model, this has a 4+2 tweeter speaker setup. Of course, it lacks just a little bit clarity, I'll be honest. However, the base is there. I'm all good with that. And as well, we played loud music here into the cabin. Then we tried if we can hear it outside. Not a single sound translating outside. Again, for this price point, this is one of the best in VH for any SUV. And what I like too with this Kia Sonet, as I mentioned, it's a sleeper car. So just put this to sport mode. Oh, she flies. Like literally, she flies. And one thing I've discovered as well, so during the Tagaytay trip with the Sonet EX media drive, so it had a hard time going up if you're just in the regular D or automatic mode. But once you put it to sport mode, I noticed the revs are a little bit higher and of course, better responding. Jeez. And with the combination of this transmission, the engine, and in a very small and light car, this is one of the most engaging subcompact SUVs you can buy. And it's really fun to throw around. This is what's missing, to be honest, in crossovers nowadays. It tends to be feature packed. They're heavy, they're sluggish, they're slow. But this Sonet, it's such a good vehicle. And the testament to the ride, well, just keep my voice down. Silencio. And I go over hump a bit quickly. Look at that ride, that's amazing. Another standout with this vehicle is the fuel economy. So in heavy EDSA bumper to bumper traffic, my worst I got was 7.7 kilometers per liter. Remember, that is worst. And on better days, you can get 10 kilometers per liter. And on highway driving constantly at 100 kilometers per hour, you can get around 15 to 17 kilometers per liter, which is around the same numbers that you get as well during my media drive. However, the best I got was an incredible 21.3 kilometers per liter, which is exactly the same that I got in the Sonet SX Turbo. So with this having no turbo, but being lighter and having a CVT, yeah, it can reach those numbers easily. And what I've not enjoyed too with the Seltos, just being honest, is the performance of this. Okay, just here in D, and then suddenly flick it to sport mode. Oh! Wow, what a car! Now, this being now the top of the line team, this one stands at 1,158,000 pesos. And I would say this is one of the best bang for the buck crossovers that you can buy out here today. And I've got nothing else to say. And this is one of the few cars that I've reviewed on my channel that I have not a single major complaint about. Yes, there's no ventilation for the seats. Yeah, what else is missing? I don't see anything else wrong with this car. It's a near perfect SUV. Well, one reason only, I can't afford one yet, but it's definitely the one I will buy in the future. So again, this concludes my review of this Kia Sonet SX top of the line. I would like to thank once again to Kia Philippines for lending me out this vehicle for almost a week, and I cannot thank them more than enough on how this means a lot to me, because this is literally one of my dream SUVs, and probably I might buy one soon. So I'll end it with that. So hope you guys like and subscribe, and I will see you with more future Kia reviews. Bye bye.